Hello and welcome to day number 6 of your 7-day Organize Your Mind challenge. I'm so excited for you. And today we're talking about next actions. I talk about these a lot, but it's because next actions are what keep you from getting stuck. Now, we talked about our projects last time. Hopefully right now you have a list of projects, and these are multi-step tasks. They might feel a little overwhelming. You might not know where to begin. So today we're talking about how a next action is going to help you to be able to build that momentum. Now, the official definition of a next action is something I learned from David Allen in his book, Getting Things Done. The next action is the next specific, visible activity that will lead a project toward completion. So I want to give you a little example of a project. I wanted to create my dad's last Christmas card. He sent a Christmas card every year, all while I was growing up. And he passed away this year, but I knew he had one more Christmas card he wanted to send that had family pictures of all of the 8 kids in our family. Now, I'd gotten the pictures from my siblings, and I needed to get it put together on something I could actually print. And I thought, okay, well, what would be my next action? So what I did is I got out a piece of paper and I drew it, where the pictures would go and where the names would be labeled and how it would be set up. This took me maybe 10 minutes. So once I had that drawing, I took a photo and we sent it to the design company that helps us here at Learn, Do, Become. And then they created this for us. And I was so excited because this little vision, my little next action that took 10 minutes, that became our family's final Christmas card. And we were so excited and we sent this out to all of his friends and it was great. And I was able to get that project done. Okay, so now that we've talked about next actions, something that's, super simple, takes 10 minutes, doesn't feel overwhelming, I want to talk about 5 principles for organizing your next actions. So principle number 1, you want to put them on a weekly list. Now here's a blank one. This is my current one. I don't have all the colors, but I have the same images, and we'll talk about how that works. But I have one of these little lists per week, and I keep it as a little bookmark in my planner. You could absolutely use something digital. So you can use an app. Asana, we talk about a lot. I love that. There's Cozy, C-O-Z-I. There's Google, what's it called? Google has something for it. There's all kinds of things you can use. Okay. We actually have a whole list of different types of apps you can use on the website. So you can search that and find that. But the idea is that when you have one weekly list, you're going to put things on it that are going to help you to move forward. Okay. So principle number 1 is it's weekly. Principle number 2 is it's portable. If it's on your phone, done. Otherwise, you want something like what I've got here, some kind of bookmark. I keep my planner with me at all times. I love my planner, and so this is totally portable. Okay, number 3, you want to have the appropriate contexts. So context is where you are when you're actually getting something done. So the context that I use, I have the little orange house for things at home. Then I have things on the computer. These are typically personal computer tasks, not work computer tasks. So I organize those a different way because you just want a few, like even 1 or 2 or 3 in each of these categories. Third is errands. I have a little car. Fourth, I have a heart for to discuss things I need to talk with Eric about typically. Sometimes it's another family member. And then a little phone for phone calls. What is amazing is you can adapt these specific contexts to your life. So if you feel like, well, I'm home all the time, but maybe I have children, you could say, oh, home when it's quiet or home when all the kids are around. That's going to help you to be able to identify which tasks fit in which context. And then you just go and you work according to context throughout the week. So if I'm out running errands before I head home, I quickly look at my errands list, like I would check this out here and say, oh yeah, I was gonna go take the boys to get haircuts. Let's go do that on the way home, right? But when you have a very, very simple weekly list, portable, with the appropriate context, you're gonna feel so, so good. All right, principle number 4 is that you want to keep the list simple. If you start getting too much on the list, you don't want to look at it. And in fact, I kind of have a bad example here because I've started letting this one get a little bit too long. Like I have all this stuff that I just keep putting off because I don't want to do it. So what I would do is as I get to the end of the week, if I'm thinking, I actually haven't done as much on this list as I wanted to, I would look at it and say, maybe some of these things I could put on next month's list. They could go on my someday list. Maybe I could make a calendar trigger to remember to do this in 3 weeks. One of them, like, I wanted to outline this book I've been reading about your best year ever. It's awesome. And I want to make a podcast about it. So I wrote it down, but I don't really have to do that this week. So instead, I could put that on my content calendar that we keep inside of Asana. So I'm going to try to move things off the list that are maybe being procrastinated or maybe don't need to happen right this minute. That's going to help me to simplify the list. So that was principle 4, keep it simple. It's going to feel so much better. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to transfer only the most important things onto this list, keep it super simple, move other things into other places on my Command Central, which is going to make me feel great. And then I'll have a very simple list to continue, okay? And the 5th principle for your next actions list is that the things that you write on this list can go with your current projects. So they can be the next actions for the current projects that you're actually working on this month, or they can be little one-off tasks. Like if you have a prescription and you just need to go pick it up, you write that on your errands list. It's not really part of a bigger project, it's just I'm picking up a prescription. Or if you're thinking, oh, my cousin asked me to send him this audio, I just need to go find it on my hard drive. Awesome. That goes on your computer list. Super simple, one-off task. But if you do have a bigger project, like, oh, we're trying to have better meal times with our family, maybe my next action would go on to discuss, talk with the family, and figure out a time that we think would work generally. And then put that on the calendar as a recurring task. That's a great next action. Then maybe another thing would be we're going to decide what meals we're going to make and who's going to cook, and we're going to make more of those decisions. But the idea is that you're going to have that one list that's weekly, the appropriate context. It's simple, portable. It's something that you're going to be able to carry with you, and it's something that's going to help you move forward because it starts feeling like magic. When you've appropriately created your next actions list, you just start checking things off. Hey, I'm running errands. I got all my errands done. Oh, I'm making some phone calls. Hey, I can make that one too. Oh yeah, I need to go and I have some quiet time. Hey, guess what I can get done? And you start feeling so great. I do recommend you make sure that these are next actions and not projects or sub-projects that you write on your list. Next actions feel easy. They give you a lift. They feel exciting. You think, oh, I can do that. So I'm looking at this, and as I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, I've got some sub-projects on here that I need to simplify, because the more you simplify, the more clear your mind's going to feel, the better you're going to feel, the more excited you're going to feel, and then you're actually going to get the things done that sometimes feel like they're taking most of your energy, and it's going to be amazing. For more information on next actions, I actually have a little 2-minute planner tour that we have on the website. I will link to that, and you can check it out. However you do it, whether you use a paper planner like I do, or you do 100% digital, or you do a hybrid. Actually, I do a hybrid. I want you to have a next actions list that helps you make that progress every week so you'll feel amazing. So that is your challenge for today. Choose a place, make your next actions list, make it super simple, just get it going, and then start using it. And we will see you in the next video.